You've probably heard people tell you that you only need 1,000 fans before you have a working business. Now, I'm not here to tell you that that's wrong, but I do want to add on top of that because it's not exactly fully accurate. What you really need are 1,000 paying customers before you have a successful business. And if you think about it, 1,000 paying customers, where each customer pays $100, becomes a $100,000 business. And once you're able to kind of tap into the mathematical, empirical truth of that fact, then you really have a boost, a head start on everybody else out there in the business space. Now, I'm Andrew Bustamante. I'm a former CIA intelligence officer, and I run a business called EVERYDAYSPY.com. My company is primarily a digital company, which makes it very easy for me to measure things like how many customers I have, how much traffic I have through my website, and how much money each customer actually spends. So here I want to share with you a snapshot from my sales history this year. Here we have 999 customers generating $144.6 thousand in sales for my company. Each customer basically spent $144 during that period of time. You can see how you've basically gone from having no business to having a fully functional business making $144,000 a year with just 1,000 paying customers. 1,000 customers is actually not that much when you consider how many people come to discover you every year that you're in business. The first year that you're in business, it might be hard to get 1,000 customers. But the thing is, everything you create in that first year of business carries on into the second, third, and fourth year of business. So you're actually getting a compound benefit from everything you create, every product, every ad, every piece of content. Sometimes it takes time for that compounding effect, and that's okay because you don't need a $100,000 business to make it through the first year. I made it through the first year with only $25,000 worth in business. That's because I was building a business at the same time that I was phasing out of my full-time career. These are natural, normal, everyday problems that entrepreneurs have to deal with as they start a business. And if you've been considering whether or not to start your business, I absolutely want to encourage you to move in that direction now, because here's the reality of how money works. Everything you start building today will become more and more valuable each year that it's out there. As you leave your existing job, any money you have in your savings account, any money that you have saved in investments, or any money that you plan on borrowing from the bank, that money is what's going to actually be the bridge that carries you from today into the future when your business starts to build up more momentum. You just need enough time to get to the place where you can build up those 1,000 customers. If you create a piece of content today and nobody knows you exist, then only 1 or 2 people will see it. But next year, at the same time, the same piece of content will be seen by hundreds, if not thousands of people, and they become the first few of your 1,000 customers. I want to make sure that you're also understanding who are these 1,000 customers. If the wrong 1,000 people buy your product, you're going to have 1,000 refunds and you will have $0. It's all about finding the right people to come be those 1,000 customers. Now, here's how you do that. You want to be thinking through a lens of making sure they understand what you are about, what you care about, what you believe, and what your business stands for. If you are very upfront and very direct, you're going to push away a lot of people. That is exactly the magic sauce. You don't want them to be your customers. When somebody who's unsure buys something, the chances of them complaining or returning it are so much higher than when somebody buys something they absolutely believe in. When the right customer buys your product, they may not even open it, they may not even use it right away. How many times have you had somebody in your family buy a pair of shoes that they never wore? You've seen this happen in your everyday life 1,000 times, where people believe in something. They believe that something will look good, they believe that something will fit right, but then they never even use it. That is still a happy customer. That person is the right kind of your 1,000 customers that you want to be looking for. Take, in comparison, the person who's buying because they're cheap, or the person who's buying because it's on sale, or the person who's buying because it's in bulk. They get the product and they don't like it. They may not even return it. They do run a higher risk of leaving you a negative customer review. They didn't care at all about what you were telling them about the product. All they care about is their experience after they buy it. You don't buy something that you don't like, and take responsibility for the purchase yourself. You blame the company, you blame the shipping company, you blame the advertising, you blame all sorts of things, but you never look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I was just feeling cheap and I bought the cheap thing, and that's my fault. A customer is just another human being. They look to the company who provided it and hold them accountable, and that is the right thing for a customer to do. If you're selling your product to the wrong kind of customer, that's actually your fault. I have a book called Winning the Workplace. My Winning the Workplace ebook currently sells on my website for about $25. When I first took Winning the Workplace to market, I was selling it for 99 cents on Amazon. My reviews were low, the sales were low, the feedback was negative. People didn't like my 99-cent Winning the Workplace. I took it off of Amazon and I put it onto my homepage. So that means the only people who were seeing the book were people who were looking into my company already. I started seeing that my first 1,000 customers were becoming much more valuable and much happier with the product. So from there, I started developing more products that fed the same customers that had come through for my Winning the Workplace ebook. And when I started adding more price to the product line and more products into the actual product delivery, and the satisfaction level for people of the product was going up along with the overall revenue. Now you're starting to see how 1,000 paying customers buying an inexpensive widget doesn't really lead to success. But 1,000 customers buying a moderately priced widget that they actually care about has very real business benefit. So whenever you see some Instagram influencer telling you that all you need is 1,000 true fans, I want you to challenge that notion. You don't need 1,000 true fans. They're not building a business. What you need is 1,000 customers who are willing to trade you their money, and then your product should deliver to them things that are in line with what they want, what they need, and what they believe to be true, which increases their lifetime value to you as a company. When you hit the magic combination of a customer who believes in what you believe, who uses your product and benefits from your product, that becomes somebody who will come back and buy from you again. You don't need 1,000 new customers anymore. All you need is the same 1,000 customers as you build the next 1,000 customers. And now next year, you're not serving 1,000 customers, you're serving 2,000 customers. And the next year it compounds again and it compounds again. That's what you're really looking for. It's all about finding a few people who really understand what you're selling and what your business is all about, because if you can satisfy them and if you can make them spend their money to buy from you, now you have a very valid growth-based business. So keep yourself focused, find the right 1,000 people, serve them the thing that they need, share your beliefs with them and make sure that their beliefs align with your beliefs, and that's gonna make it so they're happy, satisfied customers that come back and buy from you again. That's how you apply SPY hacks to business that gets you ahead of your competition. If you liked what I shared with you here today, take a look in the description below. Click on any of the links there to see more about my business and how I am serving my customer base. Now that you understand I'm looking for, you'll be able to see exactly how I talk to my target audience, exactly how I build my products to serve that target audience, and how I continue to engage and market and share my knowledge with that core target market, because what's most important to me is not making money. What's most important to me is making sure that the people who buy from me are intensely satisfied with any product they get. Because if they are intensely satisfied, they're going to come back, buy from me again, and keep telling their friends about my business. That's where I grow and my competition fades away.
Freedom! So fresh, so new.